All right, in this recording, we're going to start working on our alien head. And what we're doing today is getting basically your image ready for modeling. So this is very similar to Dunny, where we took our photographs and lined them up, and you had a Dunny image to work from that I gave you, but this time you're working on your own figure. So this is really quickly me taking a photo of one of the students' pieces, and you want to make sure it is a flat, straight shot. You also would probably want to do it where you don't have anything behind here. This was done really quickly. I would probably set it off to the side where you have just a blank wall, not a keyboard, Perel, hand sanitizer in the background, and etc. So try to do it. Also, you're documenting your work. Might as well document it now. So go ahead and take the time. Move it over to the side. You can ask me for help and so forth. So take a solid front and side profile. And what we want to do is go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and do maybe a new image. I'm going to go ahead and do 1400 by 1400. And you want to keep this square. As you know, as we bring this into Maya, you want kind of a square ratio. All right, so what we want to do is go ahead and import our image. I think it's place. I don't know why this is, I'm having a hard time figuring out how to bring it in. So we're going to import our image. I thought it's Command D, but, and we, all right, I can't read today. I need new glasses. All right, so we're going to import image from device. Hopefully that is from our desktop. All right, we are failing miserably here. All right, let's try this import. All right, place by linked. Okay, that's a different way of approaching all this. Anyways, you get to see all my stuff on my desktop. So we're going to go ahead and pull this in from my desktop where I have it. So go through here, Thomas, desktop, Clay model. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and bring in both. Okay, I guess you can only do one at a time. Okay, there we got one. And I'm going to go ahead and do the same functionality again. Again, that was in the file. And then we're going to go ahead and place embedded again. And I don't know if I did the top or bottom one. All right, cool. That worked out. All right, so we have top and bottom here. And I'm going to zoom in here. And then I'm going to start using my guidelines. Again, hopefully you guys remember this from last time. Make sure your rulers are on. And also make sure that you can see them over here on the side. So we're going to go ahead and start pulling down stuff for the eyes. Bottom of the eyes. Maybe a little bottom of the chin. Now let's go ahead and do one for the bottom of this eye. All right, so I'm using the eyes, not the horns, maybe. And go ahead and turn this off so we can line this one up. All right, so you're just going to use your move tool. And I think we had it on the bottom of the chin here. All right, so you can see it's way out of scale. So I want to hit Command T or use your scale tool. So I go ahead and hit using my options so I keep it constrained. So you don't want to lose your ability to constrain. So it's hard to see our top eye here, but we basically want to kind of line it up, bottom of the chin, the eye here. So we go a little bit bigger. All right, starting to see that we're losing a top of our head. So we may need to bring them both down. But let's try to line them up, and then we'll bring them both down and get rid of our rulers. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and double check to see what I have here. So our eyes, just a little bit higher. This one's, they're maybe not so symmetrical. So you're gonna try your best to try to get these lined up. And I think the bottom of these horns are similar to the bottom of the eyes. So that looks pretty good. I'm gonna go maybe a little bit smaller, Command T, and get this a little bit smaller, pull this down. Okay, let's go back here. All right, that bottom eye is weird, the way it's sitting. All right, bottom eye, a little high here. That's right on the money. And then our horn is just a little bit, so I'm gonna go a little bit smaller, Command T. Okay. I'm using my arrow tools to kind of pull it down. Let's go back to our eye. All right, I'm just gonna be doing this back and forth. Spend the time. I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward because I know a lot of you are moving forward on this. So I'm just gonna do this without explaining it, but I think you guys get it. Eyes line up, and the horn, there's an eye right there. That's pretty darn close there. All right, so I'm gonna select both of these and kind of move them down together. I'm using my arrow tool. I've got both of them selected so they're kind of lining up. And the distortion of the camera is they're never going to line up. So you can see already the top of the head here is not lining up with that. So let's go back. But the eyes are lining up, and it looks like the mouth is lining up too. Okay, definitely, let's see, that chin is definitely lining up. And just go back and forth. You just don't want anything really horrible, but you can see the top of the head is off. This is just natural distortion of the camera. The further back you go, the less resolution, but the more flatter image will become. All right, so I'm gonna just kind of save it there. It would be great to get rid of all that. You guys can do that if you want. You can use a picker to color all this or whatever. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna go ahead and export this out. So we're gonna go ahead and export out to our folder, export as, and we'll try a PNG. I'm gonna knock off the transparency. We don't want it. And we're gonna call this, I think it's called front. Spell it correctly, hopefully. And we're gonna go to clay model, and then we'll call this final. Okay. Create, and we have front. Excellent. And then we're going to turn that one off. We'll call this side. All right. And again, you're going to export this out. Don't want to save as. Save as will be a PSD. You don't want that. You want a PNG, something nice and light. All right. So we're going to go ahead and export this out. This is going to be called side. You can call it side underscore your name. Just make sure you know where it's going. All right, so I made a separate folder in my clay model and so forth. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and open up Maya, and you guys probably have Maya 2024. I'm using Maya 2022 just because I like some of the Boolean features work a little bit better than in the past. All right, you guys want to take your time on this front and side and get this lined up properly in Maya. The same exact process that we did with Dunny. That's why we did the Dunny first. Baby steps, and you get this more and more complicated as we get along in the semester. All right, so you should be popping up into your perspective, so we can go ahead and go into our front view. So we're going to go into view. You guys have done this before. We're going to go to add this image plane, import image, and we're going to do desktop and clay model. Okay, final. I'm going to do front. All right, we have front on the front. All right, let's go to our side. Okay, side view. and rinse and repeat. Really need some new glasses. Cannot see desktop. Clay model. Final and front. All right, so hopefully things line up. Okay, and I think I put the same image on the front and the side, so let's redo that. Sorry about that. It's good that you see I make mistakes too. Go ahead, image plane. Let's put in a new one side. Okay. It's not changing. There we go. All right. That took a while. That was kind of weird. All right. Anyways, we have our front and our side, so you can always grab this, hit W, and pull it back, so it's a little bit more in sync with what you're modeling. All right, so the head doesn't really line up correctly, but we can see our eyes are done pretty good. Again, it's a strong silhouette. This is why you have your models right next to you. I'm going to go ahead and put these onto, now turn back to front and side. Why is it doing that? Interesting. All right, so mine is flipping. You saw that it flipped from front to back. So I'm going to go to my attribute editor and don't know what here. Go ahead and grab this and put side. May have to quit the program, but it's been a while since my computer's been restarted. So let's go final. And I think it was 2 fronts, right? Okay, go ahead and hit side. All right. Let's pray that it stays there. I'm going to grab this and move it back. All right. And then I'm going to lock this stuff in because it's just acting weird. All right. You guys should be able to fast forward. You should probably already know how to do all this too with Dunny experience. All right. So we're going to go ahead, add. I'm going to go ahead and hit R. Lock it so I don't touch it. All right. And create another layer. Select it, add selected, and then hit R. That way, when you select it, you won't select it. You can always turn these on and off, and you can also label these. I want to hit side really quickly. Add on, doesn't like that word. I have a space on their side. Alien, let's put an A, underscore. Do not put a space, it does not like that. So we're going to do front underscore A for alien. Could be your name, whatever you want. All right, there we go. You should probably save right now. Let's go ahead and do that for good luck. So let's go ahead and save scene, desktop, clay, final, and then we'll call it alien 1. All right. Get into the habit of things crashing, so do iterative save every 5 minutes. It's really important. All right, so we're just going to rinse and repeat what we've done before. I'm going to go ahead and turn these off, and you guys know the drill. We're going to go ahead and create a cube, and we can put it off to the side. It doesn't matter what the size is now. We will can make it smaller, bigger, whatever you want. So I hit D. D is in dog, and this is my pivot point. So I'm going to move that over to the center. As you know, we're going to duplicate this. We're going to duplicate it as an instance. All right, so we're going to go back over here. We got it selected, and we're going to go edit and duplicate special. And we're going to go over here. And I'm going to do negative on the scale, but on the X. I have it on the Y right now. I will get it wrong, but this is what happens. So we're going to go ahead, not make a copy, but an instance. Hit duplicate. All right, first time it works. Usually I have to do Y or Z and so forth. All right, so right off the bat, we have something, should test it right off the bat and make sure it works. So it does, excellent. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and create another empty layer, and I'm going to grab the instance, add selected, and hit T. So now I'm not grabbing that guy, just grabbing this guy. All right, I'm going to stop right there because that was a lot of information. It was probably 15-minute video, and there was a lot of me trying to figure out how to import. And also I had some issues with the image flipping around, which was very odd. All right, so if we hit 4, we can see through there. If we hit 5, we can have solid. We can also work on shading. So if you want to see through it, you can also hit X-ray to kind of get this in between. All right, I'll stop there. The next video, I'll start really doing some rough robotic modeling of this shape. You want to keep it very, 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 very simple, and then get better and better at nuancing the topology of it, because you don't want it too heavy, because we're going to get into ZBrush, but you want something light enough so it can play in a game engine, but also you have enough of faces there to kind of hug the normal maps and so forth, so the normal maps can make the difference and making up for the lost polygons. All right, good luck.